Some kisses don't mean anything, but this one meant too much. Monte randomly texted, "Want to help me wash the car?" And 20 minutes later, we're at one of those coin-fed self-wash bays. Foam everywhere, open to the street. I chased him with the water and he ducked behind the car, laughing, but I still caught him. And somewhere between rinsing and shouting, we were suddenly too close. Soap on his jaw, water on his sleeves, his shirt clinging to his abs. My heart started pounding. He looked at me and I think I stopped reading for a second, and then he kissed me, slowly, like he'd been thinking about it for a while, and I didn't pull away. And maybe it was just a kiss, but I don't know. It felt like something bigger. Everything felt different after the kiss. We sat on the car with our damp shirts, a couple of cold beers. I was cracking up at his dumb DUI stories from high school. Monty said something like, "Oh, by the third one I had cracked the code." "Oh yeah?" I said. "Please do share what's your secret." And he said, "No matter what, the only thing you should say when getting caught is, 'I don't recall.' It's legal to forget, just not to lie." We laughed at how stupid he sounded, and I said, "Sounds like a very normal high school experience." And he smirked. "Oh yeah, very laid back. Luxury cars, room service, the usual." Such a privileged brat. He asked if I went to prom, and I said no. I was already in college. He laughed and said, "Oh, of course you were." Then he nodded at my hands. "What's that thing you're always carrying?" I held it up and said, "It's my Yui." We both laughed. It just sounded so dumb out loud. But I kept going. "It's a wrench, just bent like the letter U. I made it in shop during lunch this one time that I needed a bottle opener." He raised his eyebrows as if he were the innocent one and asked, "Why'd you need a bottle opener in school?" I smiled and then looked up at him and just said, "I don't recall." He laughed, like with a soft smile. And then he placed his hand on my lap. Quiet, steady, real, and time just stopped. I didn't mean to snoop, but the lock on her old campaign room was broken, and the office was nearly empty. They'd already started cleaning her name off things. Weird. Folders gone as if she'd never been there. But her laptop was still on the desk. Not the new one, the old one. The one with the cracked corner and a worn sticker that said, "Data is never neutral." I tapped the trackpad and, to my surprise, it was still signed in. A voice memo started playing immediately as the screen went on, like mid-sentence, as if someone had paused it and never returned. But it wasn't Trinity's voice, it was a man. And I didn't take notes, but I remember he said something like, "We were promised it would stay contained. You said the volunteers understood the risks," or something like that. And then I think it was Trinity's voice. She said something like, "Not the way we did, technically." I was kind of frazzled because the sound was a bit loud in the silence and I was worried someone else would hear, so I didn't really fully listen to everything and I just shut the laptop and slipped out before anyone saw me. Okay, so now I know she wasn't alone and definitely hiding something. But what the hell was she working on? He asked me to lunch one day. Not Monty, his father, the ex-governor. And I said yes. I mean, why not? I thought maybe I could angle for a better gig or something. It was a private dining room, downtown. And someone else was already there. He was young, sharp suit, glasses, definitely bi energy. He said nothing the whole time. We got through the small talk. Monty's dad asked about my job, my goals, and then Monty. I braced, but he stayed on career things. Nothing personal. Said he liked my writing, that I should take a stab at speech writing sometime. When we were done, we got up, he smiled, and right before he was leaving, he said, "You're smart, son. You're already in it." I wasn't sure what that meant. Felt half like an offer, half like a warning. Anyway, as I was about to leave, the guy in the suit leaned close to me and finally spoke. "Just be careful," he whispered. "He likes you." Okay. These people are just so weird. Whatever. Let's see where this goes. If there's something I can't stand, is a room full of phony people. I only went to this donor mixer because someone from comms asked me to write a short recap of the night. Well, that and the open bar, of course. It was a penthouse. Floor-to-ceiling windows, contemporary art everywhere. Most of the night was just small talk and a lot of wine to get through it. I was grabbing my coat and so ready to leave when I caught voices near the terrace. It was Trinity and her father, but she wasn't smiling and it wasn't her usual game face. Her voice was low, but I overheard her say something like, "Don't act like you didn't bury the evidence." I froze by the coat rack, half turned away, and I could hear her dad reply. It was calm, and he just said, "You're being emotional, Trinity. You know what really happened." And before I could decide whether to leave or listen, Monte appeared behind me, close enough that I felt his breath before I saw him. He leaned in, fingers brushing my sleeve. "Don't leave yet," he murmured. "Stay a bit more. Please." He didn't explain. He didn't have to. Something had shifted between all of them, and now between us. And if I don't figure out where I stand soon enough, I'll just end up exactly where they want me.